The big mover on the All-Ups was actually Ensued, who came in from 18 to 10, with John Size winning the previous at a big price.
Now, just note this race is 13.5 minutes away. The start time is now 4:50 local time here in Hong Kong, so 4:50 for this year's edition of the QE2 Cup, sponsored by FWD, and of course you can bet through the World Pool here. And there is confirmation of the start times for the final three races. Races 8, 9 and 10 are all back at 10 minutes. Let's start, Jenny, with Goliath, and he doesn't go unnoticed with that leg action he has in behind.
Yeah, the string hold, that is for sure. And you can hear him when he's close to you. You can hear him just stamp that hind leg down, that near side there. Now, this doesn't generally affect their galloping action. I gather he's had this for quite some time, so I'm happy enough to ignore that. Other than that, the horse actually looks really well. He looks very, very fit. He's really healthy. He's beautifully behaved. And in front, he actually walks out really well. So I think he looks good.
Let's have a look at Prognosis now, who's been to Hong Kong 3 times and gone close in all 3 of those starts. But the big headache for him, Jenny, is that he normally does give them a start.
Yeah, he can, and that's unfortunate because you don't want to give away a start in a race like this, that's for sure. But he is talented. There is no two ways about that. This race last year, he probably or arguably should have won. But looking at him here, he's a very neat type of horse. He's bandaged on all 4 legs. He's just slightly warm around the flank area, but that's it. He's very fit and he looks well. He's just having a tentative look around, but in a good way. He's not doing anything wrong, so he's good.
He's a Japanese Derby winner, is Tastier as well. The Jenny horse number 3, and he finished 3rd in the Hong Kong Cup going back to last calendar year.
Yeah, nice horse, Tastiara. She looks terrific. She's a horse that's got a bit of athleticism about her. Oh, I should say he. He is an entire, so I correct myself there. He's got a lot of athleticism about him. He looks great. He's walking out well. He's beautifully behaved as well, so he definitely looks good.
Great to have the Bahrainians represented here with Caliph Jenny, 9th in the Shima Classic. Probably not the ideal run leading into this, and El Vencedor. So 4 and 5, please.
The 4 horse is a 6-year-old gelding. He is actually parading quite nicely. He's got a bit of size about him. He looks really healthy in his coat. He's also got some strength in the shoulder. He does appear to be walking out freely. So he certainly gets a pass. He looks in pretty good nick, actually. So he parades well. I like his strength. The 5 horse is a bit of a different type. He's about your average height. He carries a little bit of weight around the midsection there. He's very strong in the shoulder. He does walk out cleanly, though, and his attitude is good. So he's a very solid, stocky type of horse. I've got him probably more as a place chance. We might come back to Straight Aaron shortly, Jenny. What about Ensued, who we've got on screen now? Of course, he ran a super race last time out. Ensued, yes. So just let me get to him as I have a look at Straight Aaron as he goes past, who looks good, by the way. Ensued is nicely behaved. He looks very fit, nice and alert, walking out freely, very, very fit. So I'm going to consider him. He looks well. Moments in Time, obviously a big step up here for him, but his best run at Hong Kong last start certainly was the Chairman's Trophy, a career best here. Yeah, it definitely was, and he's a nice horse. He's a well put together type. He's very strong all over, quite a stocky type of horse, but beautifully behaved as well. Walk-wise, may need a tiny little loosen up in front, but it's very minor, not enough to be worried about. Cap Farrar, of course, the Derby winner. Jenny got all favours there, but he's got that advantage now that he is a winner and he could potentially go on with it. He could. He does look really well behaved, actually. He seems to have come out of the Derby quite nicely. Now, he's not a strong-bodied horse, but he's a very, very good walker, and on Derby Day he looks so fit, and he does again here today. So I don't think he'll disgrace whatever he does here. He looks good. As Hugh Bowman gets a cheer from the crowd down this end. What about Ruby Lot, Jenny? We just had him on screen. Yeah, Ruby Lot, he's looking good. He's a strong horse. He's a sensible type. He continues to walk out well. He still looks fit, so he's good.
Here we go, Liberty Island.
And Liberty Island, look, he's she's bandaged on all four legs. She's just sweating up a little bit around the flank area there. I have seen her in the past. She doesn't tend to carry much excess condition, so she always looks a bit on the lean side, but she's a very talented mare, and her behaviour has been good. She's just slightly warm in little patches here and there. Once again, not enough to be concerned about. Doesn't look bad, so maybe a place chance for her.
Tastiera judged the best turned out horse in the yard. Quickly, Jenny, on Straight Aaron as well, the Chairman's Trophy winner.
Yeah, I thought he looked really well, actually, Straight Aaron. I think, it's a very tough assignment for him here. I'm not sure that he can repeat that last performance in Group 1 level or at Group 1 level, but I thought he paraded really well, so he's in good order.
Okay, that is the report there on Straight Aaron. Just seeing if our man Nick Child is standing by with some connections here to speak to prior to the FWD QE2 Cup this afternoon. I think he is standing by with the trainer of Goliath. Let's head over to Nick now.
Yes, indeed, Tom. Thank you indeed. Francis Honorary Graf and John Stewart have very kindly joined me. Francis, if I may come to you first, great to have you here. Great to have your horse here.
Yes, no, thank you for having us here. It's a fantastic opportunity and a great race to be part of.
And when did this become the plan to bring him to Hong Kong?
Well, obviously, through the winter we were working on the program, and the idea was probably to drop him back in distance to start in, and it's a big race, so we decided to come over here.
This is his first run over 10 furlongs. Is there any concern with that, or the fact that he is that bit fresh? Do you think he'll get away with it?
No, I think the distance won't be a problem. He needs a bit of pace in running, and the horse is in good form. The only thing is he hasn't run for 6 months, so it's always a first race of the season. That's the big question.
We spoke to Christoph Sumion on one of our TV shows. I mentioned the ground to him. He's very versatile. His form in the King George obviously very strong, so he's got plenty going for him, of course.
He's a fantastic horse. When things goes his way, he's a real champion, this horse. So I'm very happy the heat is not too strong today. It's helped us.
Yeah, indeed. We certainly look forward to seeing him. And John Stewart, great to have you here. Lovely to see you at Sha Tin. How much are you enjoying it?
Oh, it's awesome. Yeah, we got here yesterday, and so the hospitality's been fantastic, and so we're just really excited to be here.
And he's really garnered a following, this horse, hasn't he, John? I mean, he's really been taken to people's hearts, and he's got that following, and great to have him here in Hong Kong.
Yeah, no, it's great to have him, and we want to campaign him all around the world, and so we're excited to start the year here in Hong Kong.
John, I know I must let you go, but thanks for chatting to us, and best of luck.
Sure, thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you, Nick, and thank you to Francis Graffard and also John Stewart for joining us on the coverage this afternoon. The top four from the yard, Jenny, for the FWD QE2 Cup.
All right, so number 3 on top for me, Tastiera. I thought he paraded beautifully. He's such a nice horse, very strong in all the right places, and he looks really fit. He was walking out beautifully, so I do have him on top of number 1, Goliath. I'm happy to ignore that string hold of his. Gee, looks fit. He looks so good in his coat as well. Attitude was good in the parade, walking out well in front. So he goes in. I thought the 2, Prognosis, paraded well, slightly warm around the flank area, but very neat type of horse, sensible. And the 7 horse ensued. One from the John Size yard. He looks really fit and well. I thought the Derby favourite didn't look, the Derby winner didn't look too bad either. He would have been next best, but 3, 1, 2 and 7 for me.
Thank you, Jenny. Upstairs, Mark, your thoughts as they parade in front of the stands here for the final of the Group 1s.
They do indeed, Tom. Prognosis, this has to be it. He's run second in this race at his last 2 years behind Romantic Warrior. He's not here. James McDonald takes the ride on him this afternoon. Hopefully he's not too slow out of the gates. Yet to win a Group 1, this is his time that he can do it. He's not going to get too many better opportunities, certainly in Hong Kong, than what he's going to get in 4 minutes' time from now. He goes on top to beat number 11, Liberty Island. If she can repeat what we saw from her when she was here back in December, there's no reason why she can't go close to finishing over the top of them here. Not at her best in Dubai, we know that, but she has performed at Sha Tin. Goliath goes in as he funny walks down to the gate. Second time at 2,000 metres, so the distance is a query, and they do start in front of a pack stand, and he did get revved up by the crowd in Tokyo. And 5L Vencedor, Pertin on a front runner over 2,000 metres on a big day. That's enough to put him in, if nothing else. And the fact he has won 3 Group 1s in the space of about a month in New Zealand comes here with strong form and a perfect gate. 2, 11, 1 and 5, Paul for the 8th.
Yeah, similar with me. I'm with Prognosis, the Japanese to beat. The Japanese Quinella, Liberty Island in there for second. El Vencedor, I know the whole of New Zealand are there watching El Vencedor here this afternoon, and he comes in with solid form from New Zealand, and he is likely to go forward and roll forward. And the other Japanese, Tastiera, in there for third. So 2, 11, 5 and 3 for me.
The way here of 2 Prognosis to beat 1 Goliath. I thought they were the main 2. A lot of respect, Liberty Island. Some talk that she might have been in season over in Dubai, which was why she was below her best there, and cannot leave Tastiera out as well. I've made Prognosis my best this afternoon. 2, 1, 11 and 3. Nick Child's numbers coming up on screen for you in a moment as well. 1, 2, 3 and 7. What about the selections of Nick Luck for the QE2 Cup?
I like Prognosis, Tom. I think he's got a perfect setup potentially here. I like the booking of James McDonald, obviously, who wouldn't, but I think he's just the type of quirky horse that he might get the best out of. He'll miss the break, probably, but as long as he doesn't miss it catastrophically and he can get himself into the race and the pace is honest enough, then he can get into it and play his card latest of all. It's impossible to see Tastiera running a bad race. A hard-knocking pace pusher. Though you'd worry a little bit that the Kiwi runner from the inside, El Vencedor, will give him a little bit to think about. And I think there's only one way that Zach Burton's going to play that, and that's to drive forward. I think Goliath will run well. I think he'll hit the board.
Do you think there's any chance they try and turn it into a proper staying test at all with Goliath?
What, just get out there and get rolling?
Yeah.
I mean, they could do, but the fastest way to get, and I'm not calling him slow, but the old saying is the fastest way to get a slow horse beat is to try and make him go too fast. So I'm not sure that would necessarily be the right thing to do. He is high class, and he likes races to peel apart around him. That's how he won the King George. He was running perfect even fractions while they were going too fast in front with 3 Ballydoyle pacemakers. I do think he's just talented enough that he's going to hit the frame, but he wants another couple hundred metres to be seen at his best.
I know you've got to get out for the presentation, so we appreciate your time here on the coverage this afternoon, and we look forward to tuning into your show later.
Thank you very much. I just want to thank all your team and everyone at the club here for being so accommodating and letting us do our Luck on Sunday show from here today, live from Sha Tin. Going back home, if anyone's watching, you can tune in on Racing TV. It's whatever it is. It's 6:30 local time, so it's 11:30 back home.
Thanks, Nick.
Thanks, both.
As we see runners parading behind the gates there, Paul, what's the play for the QE2 Cup and the state of the market?
The 2 Japanese with the New Zealand horse here. So Prognosis, who's now at a 3.4, I know he's your best, and there is money coming for the other Japanese test here at 6.6, but Liberty Island's coming in at 6.9, so the 3 Japanese are all getting really well back here. The Drifters, Goliath 5.5, El Vencedor's now out to 10, double figures about him. Ruby Lot's drifted out to 11, and Shoot, who did come right in with the all-ups, is now drifting back out. He's out to 13, but at this stage, Prognosis at 3.4 looks like he's going to start favourite for the 2025 QE2 Cup.
Okay, so he's the favourite through the world pool at the moment is Prognosis. First time, Jenny, you would have laid your eyes on El Vencedor, who in the modern era of New Zealand racing won 3 Group 1s in the space of 4 weeks, which I don't think there would be any, if any, horses that have done that. He obviously had a little bit of an issue when he first arrived. Do you think some of his New Zealand form can stack up here, or has he got a little bit to find on his rating?
Well, I really hope he does, because, it'd be great to have a horse representing New Zealand perform at its very best here. And look, he's coming in here with Group 1 winning form, so he is a horse that should be respected. As far as looks go, he's pretty quiet and relaxed in the parade. He carries a little bit of weight around the midsection. He's a bit of a different type to look at, but he is very strong, but not overly tall.
Yeah, he got a little bit sort of stirred up earlier in the week when he first came out onto the track here at Sha Tin with the big screens and the monstrous grandstands we have here at Sha Tin. Obviously had a dogfight with La Creek, who's been a very handy mare back in NZ over the final stages of the New Zealand Stakes, and had a nice run just off the pace in the Weight for Age Classic at Ellerslie, and was able to prevail there by some margin. And he's 9-1 in the world pool if you happen to like him. Paul, Ruby Lot, I'm starting to wonder sort of what the best sort of trip is for Ruby Lot these days.
Yeah, we don't really know, do we? He went through the 4-year-old series, Ruby Lot. Didn't really perform in the Derby, but was really good in the 2 lead-up races. So he's just got to do it over 2,000 metres once again. He's a notable drifter. He was single figures when the market opened. He's now drifted out to 12 at Ruby Lot. So, yeah, I agree with you, Tom. I'm not really sure. I don't think they know either. So that's why the jury's out with Ruby Lot. But they're having another crack here at the 2,000 metres.
They are, and I know he had a lead-up run last time out, Jenny, in the Class 1 over the 1,400 metres behind Devano. A sectional time, I thought the last 400 wasn't too bad there, 22.38, and he got not saying a bit of pressure in the Derby, but he was just sort of getting buffeted by a few runners in the Derby, which didn't help at some points as well.
Well, that is true. So he had a few excuses in the Derby, and he didn't run badly. He's finished 8th there, beaten 5 lengths, so not a huge margin. And prior to that, he'd been really a very consistent type of horse. So, yes, he's an interesting runner. Stepping back up to the 2,000 here is much more suitable for him, I feel.
In your heart of hearts, Paul, who do you believe is the best Hong Kong runner to give this a shake this afternoon?
Yeah, it's not the strongest, is it? But look, I wouldn't be surprised to see Ruby Lot run a bit of a race here over the 2,000 metres. So I think it's him or Cape Ferraro, who did win the Derby.
Yeah, he certainly did, and obviously a few people were put off by him with a couple of his other lead-up runs leading into the Derby. Of course, his first-up run was very good, and then he had the perfect run with Craig Williams behind the speed at last time out. We're getting set for the third and final of the Group 1s this afternoon here at Sha Tin. It is the FWD QE2 Cup. The Whirlpool favourite is number 2, Prognosis. Japan, the last time Romantic Warrior wasn't in this race was 2021, and they ran 1, 2, 3 and 4. A lot of late support, Mark McNamara, as we come to you for the Damien Lane mount, Tastiera.
He's pressing for favouritism, Tom, as he goes in and backs out again in the Carrot Farm colours. Prognosis in the gates, he's at 3.44 about Tastiera. So Prognosis straightened up in, goes straight and they're ready to go. QE2 for FWD. Racing. Ruby Lot missed it. He was 3 lengths last out of the gates, and the Kiwi began fast. El Vencedor from the inside gate, the Derby winner. Cap Ferrar goes up alongside second from Moments in Time. Tastiera is going to be 3 wide into the first turn as Califf goes through on the rail. Then came Ensued from Goliath. Ruby Lot's recovered against the fence. Straight Aaron third last, and the tail enders Liberty Island, who wants to get their head up, and Prognosis, he's a length away last of all. It's El Vencedor for New Zealand, making his way to the back by the Shingmun River, and he's out by a length and a half over Cap Ferrar. Moments in Time is tucked in third, Tastiera fourth, and the pace backs off into the back straight. Then Califf and Ensued, a length and a half to Goliath. Ruby Lot's on the rail, and 3 wide Liberty Island takes off. Straight Aaron is second last, and Prognosis being restrained back to the inside. McDonald might be looking to follow the Japanese mare Liberty Island. Yes, there he goes as El Vencedor goes to the halfway point, and he's keen now. He's 3 in front and he's pulling hard. Second is Cap Ferrar, and Tastiera's on the outside of Moments in Time. Then Califf. 3 wide is Liberty Island. Ensued's in the centre from Goliath. Ruby Lot, Prognosis, and Straight Aaron's on the inside. It's El Vencedor leading in the QE2. He's a length over Cap Ferrar, Tastiera. Moments in Time fourth on the inside. 3 wide, hard-ridden Liberty Island. So too Ensued. Then came Califf. Coming wide on the turn is Goliath and Prognosis. They're 6 off the lead from Ruby Lot. El Vencedor's all done. Tastiera's run to the lead. Half a length on Cap Ferrar. 3 lengths away, Moments in Time. Califf's going a big race from Prognosis, but it's Tastiera though. He's out by a length and a half to 2. Over in second spot, Cap Ferrar, Prognosis. Tastiera though for Japan. Prognosis is going to run another placing, but Tastiera won the QE2 and beat home Prognosis and Califf. Then came Ruby Lot, followed across the line by Ensued, Cap Ferrar, Straight Aaron, Moments in Time, Goliath, El Vencedor, and unfortunately Liberty Island has gone amiss in the home straight and has been pulled up at the 100-metre mark. Tastiera, Damien Lane has won for Japan. It's going to be a bittersweet result for Japan with Tastiera winning it, and hopefully Liberty Island is okay. They've rushed straight to her. But at 3.7 and 1.5, Tastiera has won the QE2. over 2 Prognosis. What does he need to do? He needs to jump better. That's the answer to that question. He's run second in the race again, and Caliph for Bahrain, the 4 at 11 a place, has run third. It's 3, 2 and 4. It's 2 minutes, 0.51. It's inside standard. And the thoughts at the moment with a visibly emotional Yuga Kawada and Liberty Island and her connections. 3, 2, 4, 2 minutes, 0.51. We've got the highs and lows happening here of racing. It is Tastiera, Carrot Farm. Those colours, we see them so often when you take racing from Japan. They travel the world. They've arrived at SHA 10. They've been backed off the map. It's 1 3/4 a neck. It's 3, 2, 4 and 7. And Damien Lane has arrived at SHA 10, Nick. And once again, he's going to bring home a major trophy for Japan.
Yes, indeed, Mark. Thank you very much. Damien Lane coming towards me now with Tastiera. And, well, it's not unheard of, Damien, for you to come to Hong Kong and bag a big prize. And today's one of the biggest. Well done.
Thank you. Yeah, just Janira Kahari, just amazing conditioner of horses, and to this horse, he's just a star.
And these famous colours, of course, Carrot Farm, they've obviously put so much money into it and breed so many nice horses, and nice to win this one for them, I'm sure.
Oh, for sure. A great success for Northern Farm, Carrot Farm in particular, and to carry that on is just a privilege.
It certainly is. I remember talking to you after Win Marilyn claiming a vase a couple of seasons ago as well. Always great to come here for these big days. It's what it's all about, isn't it?
It's what it's all about. You know, I just feel privileged and lucky to be here on these days, and let alone have great chances riding very good horses. It is what being a jockey is all about, and to compete on at these international carnivals is very rewarding.
For a boy from Bunbury, the association with Japan is a strong one. Very well done.
Thank you very much.
Lovely to hear there from a superstar in Damien Lane. He's taken out the cup with Tastiera.
Ruby Lot missed it. He was 3 lengths last out of the gates, and the Kiwi began fast. El Vencedor from the inside gate, the Derby winner. Cap Ferrar goes up alongside second from Moments in Time. Tastiera is going to be 3 wide into the first turn as Caliph goes through on the rail. Then came Ensued from Goliath. Ruby Lot's recovered against the fence. Straight Aaron third last, and the tail enders Liberty Island, who wants to get their head up, and Prognosis, he's a length away last of all. It's El Vencedor for New Zealand, making his way to the back by the Shingmun River, and he's out by a length and a half over Cap Ferrar. Moments in Time is tucked in third, Tastiera fourth, and the pace backs off into the back straight. Then Caliph and Ensued, a length and a half to Goliath. Ruby Lot's on the rail, and 3 wide Liberty Island takes off. Straight Aaron is second last, and Prognosis being restrained back to the inside. McDonald might be looking to follow the Japanese mare Liberty Island. Yes, there he goes as El Vencedor goes to the halfway point, and he's keen now. He's 3 in front, and he's pulling hard. Second is Cap Ferrar, and Tastiera's on the outside of Moments in Time. Then Caliph. 3 wide is Liberty Island. Ensued's in the centre from Goliath. Ruby Lot, Prognosis, and Straight Aaron's on the inside. It's El Vencedor leading in the QE2. He's a length over Cap Ferrar, Tastiera. Moments in Time fourth on the inside. 3 wide, hard-ridden Liberty Island. So too Ensued. Then came Caliph. Coming wide on the turn is Goliath and Prognosis. They're 6 off the lead from Ruby Lot. El Vencedor's all done. Tastiera's run to the lead. Half a length on Cap Ferrar. 3 lengths away, Moments in Time. Caliph's going a big race from Prognosis, but it's Tastiera though. He's out by a length and a half to 2. Over in second spot, Cap Ferrar, Prognosis. Tastiera though for Japan. Prognosis is going to run another placing, but Tastiera won the QE2.
Yeah, superb win there from Tastiera. There was a lot of market support to suggest he was going to run a massive race this afternoon, and that he has over number 2, who was game of defeat again, Prognosis. Not as bad away from the stalls as he has been in the past. Caliph has run the race of his life, Paul, and Ensued there for Hong Kong, the best of the Hong Kong China runners home.
Yeah, he ended up running in fourth, didn't he? But there was a lot of money late for Tastiera. Ended up starting the second favourite at 37.50 and 15.50. Did beat the favourite, which was Prognosis. Japan 1-2 at 15.50, and a big run from the third horse here at 118.50. Quinella 2 and 3, 83. The forecast 3 to beat to 168. the trio 234 979, and the tiers 324 6,110. And Jenny, they're hard to beat, those Japanese horses.
Well, they certainly can be. Beautifully presented as well, I might say, and well done to Damien Lane, giving that horse a perfect ride. From gate number 10, got him over into that 4th position off the fence and just travelled so beautifully. You could see he had a handful of horse underneath him turning into the straight, and far too strong as it turned out. Gone on to win by a decent margin too. So well done to the Japanese connections there. Tastiera, another Group 1 on the board. Of course, he was the 2023 Tokyo Japanese Derby winner.
Yes, he certainly was. The presentation going to happen in the parade ring due to the weather getting a little inclement out front there. Obviously, Jenny, sad scenes in the straight with the Liberty Islands breaking down there over the concluding stages. Devastating for the connections there. Sunday Racing, Nakashita as trainer, and visibly upset Yuga Kawada.
Oh, look, my heart goes out to them. It's just tragic when that sort of thing happens. I just experienced that myself with How Deep Is Your Love over in Dubai as well. So, yes, our thoughts are with all the connections there. She's been a great mare. It's just a very sad way to end proceedings there.
Fans around the parade ring are also going to get to see Tastiera come in here for the winning photo as well. Of the rest there, Paul, El Vencedor, he just wanted to get a little fired up going down the back of the track. He obviously got to the front easily, but didn't help himself, did he?
No, he didn't. He had his mouth open all the way down the back there, and that was sort of his undoing, was El Vencedor. But look, prognosis, he just muffs the start, doesn't he? And he gives him too much of a start. But another really honest run from him there in second. And what can we say about Califf? He's one of the outsiders in the field, and he's run the race of his life.
He certainly has. He didn't exactly put up an astonishing performance by any stretch in the Shima Classic at Dubai, Jenny, when he was 50-1 and didn't beat a rival home. But he ran 6th here in the Cup in December, so it's a huge upgrade on that performance.
Yeah, it certainly is. He's a 6-year-old, and he, to be fair, like he was nicely presented today. He's a horse that's got a fairly decent shoulder on him. He's quite strong, and he's a sensible type as well. So he actually wasn't the worst parader by any means.
Yeah, and obviously given a nice ride there by Artie de Vries, who was in the saddle aboard to him this afternoon.
Beautiful head marking on this horse too, hasn't he?
Absolutely. Goliath, Paul?
Yeah, I'd have to have a look at it again. I just wonder if he needs it further.
He got a little bit of interference in the straight. We won't be watching the patrol here this afternoon, but there was some interference, and I think he was involved in that.
I think, Paul, they'd be delighted with the run of Ensue to heading towards potentially a Standard Chartered Champions and Chater Cup coming up over the 2,400 metres next month, because he ran a slashing race in the Vars last year.
He did, didn't he? And that's 4th that he's run today was very, very good, and he wasn't too far away from the placing. So, yeah, definitely one to keep an eye on going into that race on the 25th of May.
Ruby Lot, Jenny, uncharacteristically missed the start quite severely today.
You know what? He hasn't finished all that far away. He was still making ground at the end. So that's been a terrific run from him. How far does he need, though? Because that was 2,000, and he did miss the start. If he gets away on terms, it would have been interesting how close he may have got.
As we see the opening stages and the closing stages here now. Cat Farrar, Paul, had put himself right into the race today for Craig Williams.
He did, didn't he? He gave himself every chance there. He was right up close to the pace. So, yeah, he had every chance at Cape Farrar. Other ones there, Straight Aaron, he got quite well back, as he normally does. In moments in time, he put himself in the race as well.
So Damien Lane with a big Hong Kong winner here this afternoon, and we've seen him, Jenny, he goes over to Japan. He's got a great association with those Japanese connections there. He's built those relationships over a long period of time, and when he teams up with those Japanese runners, he really is a force to be reckoned with.
Oh, look, they absolutely love him over there, and deservedly so. He rides so many winners, and big winners at that. And yes, he comes and goes a little bit now, but he's been over there for decent long stints as well, and just had so much success. And they allow him to come here and ride as well. So they obviously have a lot of respect for Damien Lane.
So we're just standing by to take you to the presentation. We're waiting on the presentation parties to come out to the parade ring. That will be underway shortly. I think they'll certainly bring Tastiera in. He's not too far away from making his way into the parade ring here as well for that winning photo. And that's now for him 12 starts for 4 wins, and he can add the FWD QE2 Cup alongside of his 2023 Tokyo Yushun victory, the Japanese derby there. And let's hope we can see him back come December. Damien Lane about to ride him back into the parade ring here and now with a big cheer rather from the Japanese media out at the front here. And the presentation not too far away from making their way to that presentation now for the third and final of our Group 1 races. Paul, who do you believe the highlight of the Group 1 action was this afternoon?
Kaying Rising was just superb once again, wasn't he? Take nothing away from Tastiera. Hopefully we'll see his progeny here one day as well, obviously being quite a valuable sire with Tastiera as well now, winning all these races. But no, for me, Kaying Rising was just superb once again, wasn't he? What about you, Jenny? What was your highlight of the 3?
Oh, look, it has to be him. It definitely does. Kaying Rising, what a fantastic performance. But let's not take anything away from this horse as they're about to do the trophy presentation for him. He's just got the most beautiful markings. He looks like an oil painting, doesn't he?
He does.
He's divine.
It's almost like a heart. It's not, but you know what I mean. It's just got some amazing head markings on him, and
absolutely beautiful horse. So congratulations to all concerned there, and I'm sure the connections of Caleb, who would just be absolutely rapt how well he went too. Yeah,
exactly. With Caleb, I mean, he really hit the line strongly there for third, and that's his career best that we've seen here anyway. And he did run really well back last time in the SHA Classic, so it's good to show him do that here and hit the line well. And Insured, take nothing away from Insured, best of the locals, right? Yes,
very good run from Insured, no doubt about that. And I thought Cap Ferrar didn't disgrace either after coming out of the Derby too, so a good effort from him. But yes, you can see all the Japanese connections there enjoying the moment.
We need horses like Caliph to run well as well from those emerging racing nations like Bahrain, because they're very important nations going forward for horse racing.
Oh, definitely. They're putting a lot of money into it, and good on them, and it's great to have.
Indeed. So you can see the presentation not far away from getting underway. The Hong Kong Police Band are ready to play the national anthem of the Rising Sun. And so they have weighed in, by the way, on 3, 2, 4 and 7, 2 minutes, 0.51. That winner's time for the FWD QE2 Cup of 2025.
Ladies and gentlemen, the trophy presentation ceremony of the FWD QE2 Cup will now commence.